There's someone there waiting for my purpose. And there's only one me. So I'm going to be authentic. Everyone else is taken. So I'm going to show up boldly in my authenticity.
Right.
When I think of boldness, I think of right now. In the middle of COVID, I applied for a position in the US. Who does that? To go to Miami. Who does that? I did. There were over 150 applicants and I got the position to work in the US. Never worked in the US before. That took boldness. Coming to the US as a director of HR, not understanding the US employment law, benefits, or anything like that. But I did it boldly because I knew it was part of my purpose. Sometimes boldly you feel alone because not everyone understands your boldness. And actually, the people that I thought would have supported me at home asked me, who do you think you are? What Trini going to the US to work for Hyatt? 280,000 employees throughout the world. Who do you think you are? You're 5 feet. What are you doing? But you know what? I have realized that boldness doesn't always need an audience. As long as I know that he will never leave me nor forsake me, and that he said that I will be the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, so then I walk in boldness. Because it's not me. Listen, he could use anyone else, but he chose me to walk this journey out. And that requires boldness. That requires you to do it in spite of fear. Because what is fear? False evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's something that is unknown, but it's not fair. It's just unknown. So step boldly into your unknown. We are here because we did it scared. We did it boldness. Like, I am supposed to be in the US. Like all the other 149 people who applied, they were in the US. They brought me from Trinidad to work in Miami. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what boldness is.
Yes.
It's doing it scared.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
And still doing it. I think purpose for me is when you do something, but it doesn't take as much effort as someone else. And that for me is when I know that I am in my purpose. Speaking right now, though I may be scared, but I'm doing it anyway because I know it's part of my purpose. And I think when you have latched in and leaned into what your purpose is, then you are able to really step boldly into your purpose. Because failure, what is failure on your journey to purpose? Failure is not just giving up. Failure is falling forward, failing forward, and getting up so you're steps ahead. The road to success is filled with failure. But what do you do with that failure? That's because you have to fulfill your purpose. And I have realized that I'm going to let my light shine. Whatever room I step into, I am going to step boldly into that room. And no one is going to make me feel uncomfortable being there. I have earned my place and my space because I grew where I was planted and I was always ready. Stay ready. Always be ready. Grow. You never see a plant growing because it grows down before it grows up. Grow down, learn, study, equip yourself. So when you're ready to shoot up, you can because you've done what you have to do. So that for me has been my purpose journey, a product of my environment. And so I took the good out of the environment and I left the bad behind. And I think, so when I say that to say, you see us here, but our journey has been tough. You know, I grew up with a single mother. Many of us grew up like that. She died suddenly. I spoke to her on the 19th of December. She was gone on the 20th. 54 years old, a cerebral hemorrhage. Left alone with my brother. Had to do life alone in the midst of violence and drugs. You know, just not growing up with my father. It has been sequential. I almost ask God, you want to spin the block? I find that you're always landing on me. You ever have that conversation? Where you go, but I know why he has given me this. Because he trusts me enough that I will testify of his love and grace and mercy. Because I can't testify if I don't have a test.
Exactly.
So he has said, I trust you with this test. And so for me, when you see people thriving woman understand the journey and ask inquisitive questions. And I think it was alluded to before. How did you get here? What was your failure? What does success look like? How do you keep on growing and learning? And who mentored you? Those are the questions. Instead of envy, pull from, add value, and so we can pour into each other. Listen, my purpose is different to yours. There's no need to fight me because your purpose is different to mine. We could all win. This crab in a barrel, this is not a crab in a barrel. We are all fearfully and wonderfully made, and we all have one purpose that is unique to you. So no need for envy. Let's come together.